Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2018 Fishers Fire Department Awards Ceremony. Will you please rise for music by the Carmel Fire Department Pipes and Drums and the presentation of colors by the Carmel Fire Department Color Guard. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. I'd like to introduce our Public Safety Chaplain, Rusty Kennedy, for our invocation.
Father, we thank you for today, this life that we get to celebrate here together as a community. Thank you once again for protecting our men and women as they serve this community, fighting and protecting the individuals that live here. So Lord, today we come to celebrate that life. We come to celebrate all the good things that you've blessed us with. We love you and we thank you for this time together. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I'd like to welcome all of you to this year's event. 2018 has been a memorable year. Particularly this department is one of excitement and productivity that continues to catapult the fire and EMS service for our community ahead of others. The culmination of increasing our apparatus, personnel, and training brought a huge change in the city's ISO rating. The Insurance Service Office rating is a factor that assists in determining the cost of insurance as one of the factors, where it was as high as 9 in some areas, is now down to a 2. This places the City of Fishers rating in the top 3% of the communities in the nation. The Mayor's Leadership Panel was established, which provides a panel of firefighters and administration to a forum for open conversation about current issues and future direction of the department as it relates to safety, benefits, and wellness of the firefighters. This has provided a solid data-based approach to implement improvements throughout the organization, which ultimately provides stronger department for our community. We have 12 new faces, 12 new probationary firefighters amongst us who have completed their 24 weeks of fire, EMS, and rescue training this past December and have been incorporated into the shifts for continued on-the-job training. We continue to support national disaster response by sending our personnel with Indiana Task Force 1 to help mitigate natural disasters. Development continues with our innovative community paramedicine program and groundbreaking work with the Mayor's Mental Health Initiative that keeps patients out of the hospitals after release, provides a safer home environment, and creates an advocate for those with mental health issues to assure the most appropriate care for them. Delivery of new apparatus, to include a ladder and a medic truck, assures our firefighters can respond quickly and effectively to a community's emergencies while providing the latest technology to protect our firefighters en route. Our Community Risk Reduction Program launched a 3-year strategic approach to public education that provides life-saving messaging to classrooms from kindergarten through senior year. This program will educate an estimated 22,000 students in 25 different schools upon full implementation. This is in addition to our preschool, scouting, elderly, and social media campaigns, which will give us in-person opportunities reaching over 50,000 delivered messages while touching another 2 million views with social media. Continuing our progressive approach to the protection of our firefighters and communities, we are working on multiple fronts with partners from Internet of Things Lab to develop safer tracking of our firefighters on emergency scenes and faster ability to locate special needs memory care patients that have wandered off. Breakthrough opportunities will be coming forward in 2019. Initial groundwork has begun to provide our own training center that will allow us to further provide skill sets and experiences to best mitigate situations while protecting our most important assets, our firefighters. And these are just some of the highlights, but the list is long and extensive for projects that will be coming in the near future, including 2 demolished and rebuilt firehouses in 2019. And none of this could have happened without the dedicated and hardworking individuals of this department, and why we're here today to celebrate their work. Some of the people that have helped as well in supporting these individuals, we have some of our VIPs with us today. We have Mayor Fadness with us. We have from the City Council, John Weingart, David George, Fall Creek Trustee Greg Altman, Police Chief Ed Gebhardt, and I think I caught everybody unless somebody popped in late, but thank you all for being here today. We really appreciate you being here to support our firefighters. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Mayor, Scott Fadness, with some opening remarks.
Thank you, John. Welcome, everyone. It's great to see Chief Gebhardt here from our police department. It's not a foregone conclusion that in communities, police and fire departments work well together, but I'm certain, and I've seen it on a daily basis, the cooperation and collaboration between our 2 public safety agencies is a truly unique thing. I guess when you stick around long enough, you become the old guy in the room, and believe it or not, around City Hall, I have become one of the elder statesmen. I have been here almost 11 years now, and so today what I'd like to do, as we bear witness to the accomplishments over the last year, which are many, is to provide perhaps if I dare, a civilian's perspective, an outsider's perspective on the evolution of this particular department within our organization, which is the City of Fishers. It's been quite remarkable, frankly. Not only has our fire department increased vastly their capability on the fire ground in the most traditional and basic elements of fire service, but they did it in such a way that changed the culture within their department, and at the same time looked to the future as to what does our community truly need. One of the core values that I appreciate so much about this fire department is they are community-oriented. They are community service providers. And so whatever that need is, they adapt and evolve to be able to accomplish that. And that is truly an extraordinary measure. And that comes in a variety of ways. The community paramedicine program that started just this year with our EDOs, our EMS duty officers, I think it was just the other week, they went on 13 behavioral health runs in 1 week, including 2 suicides. And there again, it's our fire department, our firefighters standing up and saying, whatever the hazard is, we will adapt and overcome. And that is truly quite an extraordinary accomplishment from a cultural perspective in our fire service that is unique to our department. It can also come in lighter ways. I have to tell you, my parents, my mother and father, are raving fans of John Mayling's Facebook posts. They live in Minnesota, so they have no reason to follow John Mayling, but by God, they are huge fans of John Mayling. But his ability to provide public safety messages in salient and relevant ways that cut across generations, cut across different mediums to make our community safer, to communicate effectively to our residents, should not be discounted in terms of the impact that can have and the credibility that builds within our fire agency. So whether it's EMS, whether it's our fire bureau, whether it's fire ground operations, I stand here today never prouder of our fire department currently and never more excited about where we're going to go in the future. So thank you all for being here, and I look forward to hearing the stories that are about to take place. Thank you.
Here's that 20, I promise you. Thanks for saying those things. So the really good news about today is that you don't have to listen to me anymore. Here in just a minute, we're very lucky to have a young professional from WTHR joining us who's going to MC the rest of the event today, and that's Lindsay Monroe. Lindsay is a native Hoosier from Cambridge City. She graduated Ball State University, which was much better than I did. Congratulations. At Ball State, she obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in meteorology and climatology with a minor in telecommunications. Lindsay has served as a member of the Live Doppler 13 weather team on WTHR Channel 13 since January of 2018. Please join me in welcoming Lindsay to the podium.
First of all, I just wanted to thank the Fishers Fire Department for having me today. I'm standing on my tiptoes, so I'm going to do that. I have lived in several different communities in central Indiana and in other states. I just got back from working in Memphis, Tennessee, and there's really nothing like being back at home and working with your friends and family in your own community. And being a meteorologist, we work with a lot of emergency management organizations, and it's a true partnership between all of you and what we do, even on TV. It might seem like a stretch, but it really is a big community working together to keep everybody safe. So thank you for having me today. And the ceremony begins with the formal pinning and swearing in of the new captain and 4 lieutenants. The fire department captain is known as the highest position one can attain before being called a chief. It's a position that demands a cool temper, level head, and the ability to lead by example more than most. The helmet is red, the shield is white, because the mission is to lead the charge with their people on incidents while retaining the task of an administrator, a representative of the brass in office. A captain's responsibility includes ensuring the firehouse, apparatus, and personnel are prepared and equipped to answer calls at a moment's notice and may require him to serve as a ride-out safety officer or battalion chief. This evening, we have the honor of bestowing this rank to a lieutenant who has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to succeed and set an example for others to follow. Brandon Anderson is a 17-year member of the Fishers Fire Department, and for the last 4 years, he has served as a lieutenant on Engine 393 B Shift. Brandon serves as a diver on the dive team and assists in the management and coordination of the Special Operations Division. He also serves as a shift training officer for both the Fire and Special Operations Divisions. And with his promotion, Brandon will serve as the captain of Station 393 assigned to Ladder 393. And some of you may or may not know, but another part of Captain Anderson's stories is his personal triumph. In 2016, Captain Anderson suffered a traumatic injury in an off-duty motorcycle accident. He persevered to return and the full duty in 2017 as the first known above-the-knee amputee in the fire service. During Brandon's journey, a member of the fire department reached out to the Winnipeg firefighter, Lionel Crowther. Lionel is a friend of the FFD who graciously presents to his story of surviving extensive burn injuries in a double line of duty death residential structure fire to every Fishers Fire Academy class. Lionel is also an active member of the Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors. Lionel had a friend, Luis Navarez, from the Phoenix Society that had returned to duty for the Tulare, California Fire Department after losing his arm in an on-duty incident. Members of the FFD training cadre were lucky enough to meet now Chief Navarez in person during the FDIC and wanted him to get in touch with Captain Anderson to speak to him about the amputation. Within 10 minutes of contacting Lionel to get into contact with Luis, Chief Navarez was on the phone with a member of the FFD. Chief Navarez learned about Brandon's injury and promptly told the member that he needed to get in contact with Greg Malias from the Los Angeles City Fire Department, as he was also a below-the-knee amputee who fought to return to full duty. Within 20 minutes, the same FFD member's phone rang with a Los Angeles phone number demonstrating how amazing and supporting this network of injured firefighters can be. Within minutes, Captain Melias asked a series of questions and became surprised of the situation and asked the member to email Brandon's contact information to him. Yeah, email. Firefighters have a bit of a, oh wait. Am I supposed to read this email address? Is that like part of the joke? It's an AOL.com email address. These men have continued to offer support and motivation to Captain Anderson throughout his journey and have even sought out Brandon to reach out to other injured firefighters in the ever-growing network. This is something that's very important to Captain Anderson, and he has reached out to help others, and several times, in fact, in doing his own traveling on his own dime. Captain Anderson, these men originally wanted to fly from the frozen tundra of Canada and the warm sun of California to be here today in the next step of your journey of triumph. They wanted to be here in person, but just to see you brave such perseverance, but they have a little video instead. Life and job constraints prevented that from happening, so here's a few messages that they sent in for you.
Hey, Brandon, it's Greg Millay from LA City Fire Department. I just want to say congratulations on you making truck captain. I'm sure with all the passion you have for your job that your crew and your community will be very, very fortunate to have you. So once again, congratulations. Good job, buddy.
Luis Navarez, Fire Chief, City of Tulare Fire Department, representing California. I'm here to say congratulations, Brandon, on your promotion. I love you, brother. You're representing not only for your department, but for all the amputees around the world. Hey, once again, Brandon, only you and I know what we face, our obstacles every day. You know what? We are here because we have a passion for the fire service. Take your new crew, run with it, train hard. Once again, congratulations. Do not lose track of your blessings, brother. Love you. Take care.
Hey, Brandon. A little buddy of ours let me know there's a pretty big day going on, and I really wish I could have been there for your promotion to truck captain. When he told me, I was not surprised, but I was so happy for you. So happy for Nesha, Blake, and Steven to see what their husband and dad is doing. It truly inspires me, and I was so glad we got to meet and got to shake your hand, because you're amazing, man. I wanted to read something for you because it means a lot to me, and it's about courage and inspiration, and when they arrive and what you do with it when that time comes, and you epitomize strength and courage and all those things that a firefighter really should do. And I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. You truly deserve this promotion. You're gonna inspire many more to want to become better. That's my goal, is to strive for that, to be better. This great life we have, and you know, this is a great life we have. We've been truly blessed, brother. And I wanted to read you, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel fear, but he who conquers that fear. From Nelson Mandela. I'm so proud of you, man. Anytime, I hope I get to come back. I'd love to ride along with you, watch you in action, and truly lead. And because no matter the stripes you have on those shoulders, you are a leader with our fire service. And thank you for all you do, for those you serve, for your family. Take care, brother.
Brandon, if you could please come forward to be penned, and to assist in the pinning ceremony, I would also like to bring his wife, Nisha, and their sons, Blake and Stephen, forward. Mayor Fadness, if you could come forward to administer the oath of office.
I have to share a quick story about Brandon. So in the dark days after his accident, and we weren't sure whether Brandon was going to be able to make it back on the department, and the days were drawing near, I asked Brandon to come to my office, and I said to Brandon, hey, you know, we got a job at City Hall. We have an opportunity that can support your family. Come do the job in a civilian role, and someday down the road you can try and get back on the fire service. And Brandon took about a half a second, looked me in the eye and said, with all due respect, sir, I'm a firefighter and I will always be a firefighter. And he respectfully declined the job, got back to work, and made the qualification to not only get back into the department, but here he is being promoted and a leader among our ranks. So it's an extraordinary and inspirational story. So let's get to business, shall we? All right. Raise your right hand, please. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully support the Constitution, laws, and ordinances of the United States of America, the state of Indiana, and the city of Fishers, and will faithfully discharge my duties and obey all orders of my superior officers as a member of the Fishers Fire Department. Congratulations, Captain.
Congratulations, Captain Anderson. Accepting the commitment to become a leader in the fire service begins long before the official promotional swear-in ceremony. It begins when the firefighter reports to duty on their first day of the job and starts the never-ending process of learning and striving to improve. The official job description for a lieutenant is 3 pages long, but that's just the beginning. And some of the written requirements are must include multitasking and possess and demonstrate leadership skills, must present a commanding presence, and provides instruction and counseling for firefighters. The lieutenant shall serve as a role model, consistently displaying exemplary leadership through action and example. 4 lieutenants are being sworn in this afternoon, and we will begin with Tony Biggs. Tony Biggs joined the fire service in 2005. Shortly afterwards, he began working towards his paramedic certification. In 2012, he joined the Fishers Fire Department. And since joining the FFD, he's been an active member of the training division, working as a shift training officer and both shift trainings and recruit classes. He also works as a peer fitness trainer for on-shift personnel and with new recruits. Tony also works in the logistical division of the FDIC every year as a class specialist, working closely with instructors from all over the country. Tony will be assigned as the lieutenant for Engine 393 B shift. Tony, please come forward and be penned. You will be penned by your wife, Sarah, daughters, Alex and Kennedy. The next lieutenant, Martin Devine, graduated from Indiana University's Kelley School of Business in 2000 and began his career in 2003 with the Fishers Fire Department, serving on the A shift, most recently as the engineer of Engine 391. He is a member of the Fishers dive team and has been for 13 years, recently completing the Indianapolis EMS IU Eskenazi paramedic program where he earned the Paul K. Joloff Award for Academic Excellence, finishing first in his class and is a certified National Registry paramedic. As a new lieutenant, Marty will serve with his brothers and sisters on the C shift as the Engine 396 company officer. He has been married to his wife, Kate, for 13 years, and they have 2 children, Finn, age 9, Zoe, age 10. When not at the firehouse, Marty enjoys such things such as being outside, hiking, listening to music, and reading. Marty, please come forward to be penned. Marty will be penned by his wife, Kate. Jason Eppert is a 16-year member of the Fishers Fire Department. Jason began his career firefighting in 1999 as a volunteer with the Yorktown Fire Department. Falling in love with the job, he decided to further his education in the trade by attending Vincennes University, where he earned an Associates of Science degree majoring in fire science. Jason was hired by the Fishers Fire Department in February of 2003 and has been a proud member of the A Shift for his entire 16 years. In 2012, he took on the specialty of rescue diver, graduated top diver of IFD Dive School at 17. Later that year, he was named to the 2012 Firefighter of the Year. For the last 2 years, Jason has had the honor to teach and train firefighters from around the world at the annual Fire Department Instructors Conference. Jason will be penned by his loving wife, Amy, and his 3 boys, Landon, Tanner, and Parker. Jason, please come forward. A native of Northern Ohio, Adam Lee received a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Toledo in 2007. He completed the paramedic education program at the University of Cincinnati in 2009. Beginning his career with Fishers in September of 2009, his first and only shift assignment has been to C Shift. He completed dive school in 2012 and has served the past 5 years as a backstep on Engine 392. Adam has been awarded the Chief's Medal of Excellence Peer Leadership Award, a unit commendation of EMS Provider of the Year. Adam currently serves as a paramedic, diver, special operations, STO, tactical medic, and rescue specialist with the Indiana Task Force 1. Adam will remain on C Shift, assigned to Ladder 393. Adam and his family live here in Fishers. Adam, if you could come forward to the podium, you will be penned by your wife, Sarah, and daughter, Grace. Mayor Fadness, please come forward to administer the oath of office.
Gentlemen, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully support the Constitution, laws, and ordinances of the United States of America, the state of Indiana, the city of Fishers, and will faithfully discharge my duties and obey all orders of my superior officers as a member of the Fishers Fire Department. Congratulations, Lieutenants.
Congratulations, Lieutenants Biggs, Devine, Uppard, and Lee. All right, let's do some awards. Today, we recognize the service of a public safety diver who has completed 10 years of service with the dive team. A commitment of 10 years of diving in the conditions in which a diver in central Indiana operates is commendable. Much of this diver's time has been spent diving into black water, which is water that lacks so much visibility that when his hand is placed in front of his mask, he cannot see it. He has taken part in operational dives searching for persons reported missing on the water and also conducted recovery dives, helping provide closure to loved ones. Please help me in recognizing Captain Sullivan for his 10 years of service as a public safety diver. He is unable to attend this afternoon ceremony, but he will be presented his award by his battalion chief at a later date. In 2018, 2 public safety divers made the decision to end their diving career. Captain Neil Sullivan will be presented with his award at a later date by his battalion chief. Greg Sheely became a rescue driver in June of 1991, becoming a member of the inaugural Fishers Fire Dive Team. This past June, Greg hung up his fins and decided to step away from diving. If you're doing the math, it's 27 years. There are members of the department that aren't even that old, and most firefighters don't even have a career that spans that long. Year in and out for 27 years, Greg passed the annual skills course and swim test and continued battling the black water of Fishers. In 2006, Greg took further steps to broaden his capabilities in water rescue and became a swift water technician. Greg received the Meritus Unit of Combination in 2016 and his heads-up, quick-thinking response as a backup diver during a training dive emergency. Post-dive retirement, Greg has been instrumental in assisting in the development and instruction of firefighters in all areas of water rescue and continues to serve as a mentor to the younger members of the dive team. You may accept your award, Greg. The firefighterman's axe is known throughout the United States as a symbol that represents the proud and time-honored occupation and life that the men and women of the FFD have chosen to hold so dear. There are many tools that are recognizable as belonging to a firefighter, but none of them come close to what the axe says without a word being spoken. A 20-year guy is someone that is seasoned by time, experiences, and the well-earned patina that is beginning to show on their badge, and the many stories that might share or keep to themselves for their own reasons. They are our veterans, and we recognize them as such by awarding them with a symbol that represents their dedication to their department. The following firefighters and officers raised their right hand and began their careers in 1998. Battalion Chief Todd Muth is a native of Newport Beach, California. Todd was promoted to lieutenant in 2003, 5 years later after his appointment. Chief Muth served as a 19-year member of the dive team and was a Dive Rescue International Public Safety Dive Instructor. Todd currently serves as a rescue specialist with the Indiana Task Force 1. Chief Muth has served as the A-Shift Battalion Chief and Special Operations Coordinator since 2016. Chief Muth, please come forward to receive your axe. Captain Eric Moore is a native of Central Indiana and was promoted to lieutenant in 2003. Captain Moore served as a longtime member of the technical rescue team and as a public safety diver. Captain Moore is an active shift training officer for both the fire and special operations divisions and is a member of the mayor's leadership panel. Captain Moore was named as the Rookie of the Year and is a recipient of the Public Service Award and multiple unit commendations. Captain Moore currently serves as the captain of Station 395 and is assigned to Engine 395 on B shift. Captain Moore, please come forward to receive your axe. Firefighter and engineer Mark Simonson began his career with the Fishers Fire Department on February 2nd of 1998. Over the course of his career, Mark has served in the roles of lieutenant engineer, chairman of the fitness committee, and the department representative of the benefits committee, to name a few. Firefighter engineer Simonson has received several accolades, including the Chief's Award and multiple unit commendations. One of Mark's most valuable and appreciated roles is his willingness and enthusiasm to share his knowledge and experience with all members of the department, particularly the newest members. Our less tenured firefighters have learned to seek out Mark for advice and instruction as they start their careers. Mark continues to lead by example and defines the title of senior man by his actions and attitude. Firefighter Simonson, please come forward to receive your axe. The Fishers Fire Foundation serves as the nonprofit arm for Fishers firefighters and their families. In recent years, the foundation has taken remarkable steps to establish special programs that benefit members of the fire family, including the creation of an annual scholarship fund. Please join me in welcoming firefighter Will Ortiz to the podium for the presentation of the annual foundation scholarship, recap of recent accomplishments, and the vision for the future.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here today. My name is Will Ortiz, and just want to give you a quick kind of history on the Fire Foundation. We were established in 1975, when the department was still a volunteer department. Volunteers used to go door to door asking for donations to support the fire department, buy equipment, buy different items, provide training for our firefighters. Things have changed, and when we picked it up about 3 years ago, one of our goals was to make sure that we take care of our people. We want to make sure that we leave a legacy that's going to be here not only now, but it's also going to be here for many years to come. Our time as firefighters is limited, and we want to make sure that our legacy continues. So one of the things that we decided to do was to establish the scholarship fund. We have 2 scholarship recipients. I want to hold off on that a little bit, kind of going to call an audible on the program, and we're going to show you the video real quick of some of the things that we've accomplished in 2018. With the support of Chief Arusa, Chief Nickerson, and our mayor, we've been able to really get out there in the community and connect with our citizens to kind of show them, that we want to be part of the community just as much as they want to be part of the fire department. So throughout the year, we've done events to not only get ourselves involved with different aspects of our community, but also we've been able to engage our members and be able to provide opportunities for them to be part of the fire family. As we know, most times when we're on shift, our families have to put up with a bunch of other stuff. Toilet breaks, kids are sick, a bunch of different things happen. So when we come together as a foundation, it's a family event. It's for all of our firefighters. It's for all of our members of our department. And so today I want to show you a video of basically a year in review of what the foundation has done, and invite you guys, everybody here, to join us at our events, come to our meetings, and to be part of the tradition that we want to establish for our members and for our families.
Darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. I found a girl, she's beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were that someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your
job demo. And my fondest memory was probably the year where we had the muddiest muddy contest, where whoever the muddiest picker was got to get an extra prize. My little brother and I decided to rub mud all over our faces and our jackets and our boots and our pants. Mom got pretty mad at us, so that was fun.
Oh, my name is Isaiah Ortiz. My dad is Will Ortiz. My fondest memory here was probably when me and Salome and my sister found the golden and silver egg, so that we got both prizes. But then my sister gave away the silver egg to like a 2-year-old or somebody, since they didn't find like barely any eggs. And then that just made me really happy.
My dad is Ron Souls, and I've been coming to Muddy Minion Fest since the beginning. And my favorite part is just the relationships you get to build with like all of the sons and daughters of the other parents.
Cool. How many years is that?
12.
About 12? Okay. Very cool. Thank you. Feel to get the golden egg after all these years? Feels good? Do you know what it means?
I'm laughing at my brother because he did it.
Very cool. So you're gonna get to pick a special prize. Awesome. Let me see. Where's the golden egg? Very nice. And you found the silver egg? Do you know what that means? It means you get to pick a special prize to take home. Get a good feeling, yeah. Sometimes 1,383 points. First place winner, taking it home, station 396. There we go. There's all the donuts and cookies.
I had to bribe you. You got the job done.
That's right.
Thank you, everyone.
I see him. I don't see them. I see the fire truck. My hands are so cold.
You're so excited.
Come.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Common, on Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
Well, as you can see, firefighting is a big part of our life, but our families come first. And so this is one of the reasons the foundation exists today, to make sure that we provide for our families, that we set up a legacy for them, and that we kind of bring them in to see a different aspect of our lives. We spend a lot of time at the firehouses, and this is a very constructive way for us to get together, kind of clear our minds a little bit from some of the stresses and some of the things that we see on the job, and it brings our families together. So without any further ado, I'd like to bring up our first scholarship winner. She is the daughter of one of our firefighters on C shift. I don't think he's here right now, but Rob Demlow's daughter, Kaylee. If you can come up here, please. Oh, Rob is here. Thank you. Rob, come up here, please. Christy, you too. So Kaylee is currently a senior at Fishers High School. She actually just left Avon from a speech and debate competition where she made it to the finals, and first place. There we go. So hold on. So Kaylee's been part of our family ever since basically she was a little baby, and she's been, you saw her on the video, she's been to the Easter egg hunt for many, many years, and she'll be attending Ball State next year, correct? So congratulations. She's as nervous as I am. Our second award winner, and by the way, these scholarships are $500 each. It's hopefully going to help cover the cost of some of the books, maybe at least one book. If it's anything like when I went to school. So Dawson Updike, if you can come up here, please. Jay and your wife as well. So Dawson So Dawson has been with the fire department pretty much since he was born as well. Jay's been with the department for a little over 20 years. He's currently assigned to Station 394 on the C shift as their engineer. And Dawson, at this point, I believe he's been accepted to IUPUI and is waiting on another university. His goal is to become a PA. And currently, he's also an explorer with IFD. So he's kind of, getting his feet wet a little bit with firefighting as well. So thank you. So thank you very much. I want to thank you guys for all your support throughout the year. I hope that you guys can make it to our events next year. I know Nate's working on some other stuff with FDR. So look us up, FishersFireFoundation.org, and thank you very much for your support.
To those of you in the pictures, do you remember what it was like when it was warm? I forget. That looks so nice. Let's move on to the Civilian Member of the Year, and this will be awarded to a civilian member of the department who has consistently shown a level of commitment and professionalism that clearly exceeds the requirements of their position with the department. The recipient of this award for 2018 is Josh Earl. Over the last 15 months, Josh has stepped up to fill a void in the prevention division after a senior member retired. Josh has taken on the projects to improve the operations of the fire prevention division and department. When it was discovered that there was a problem with the business list in the records management system, the division worked together to clean this list up, but Josh took the task of updating the information in the system while at the same time doing his normal duties. Josh also, on his own, took on the task of better organizing the investigation vehicle and ensuring that it's adequately stocked with the equipment needed. Josh regularly takes on tasks to make everything else more efficient and easier without being asked. Josh has assisted in the training of a new employee in the Fishers procedures and is now assisting in the training with investigations. Josh has advanced significantly as a fire investigator and has handled several significant lost fires on his own since being released as an investigator. Josh is dedicated and is a loyal member of the department who is a good team player who regularly takes on new tasks, whether they are assigned or self-initiated, and is very deserving of this award. Josh.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Chief Stephen Arusa, and next is the Chief's Award for Professional Excellence. I'd like everyone that had a hand in organizing the awards event tonight to please stand. Adam, everybody that worked so hard. Please give them a round of applause. What a great event. The Chief's Award for Professional Excellence is being given to firefighter Mark Carmen. Mark is a single dad, and he won't be here tonight because he has an event for his daughter, Hope, who is 14, and he also has a young son, Luke, 12. But to put it lightly, Mark Carmen is a logistical genius. I think Chief Nickerson says it best, that if you get deployed to a disaster, you're going to want Mark Carmen to be with you. Because all the stuff, he cannot only find what you need in a short period of time, but he manages it for you. So Mark's not here, so I said I would talk about him in his absence. So I'd like to share a few quotes that Mark has said to me over this past year. He is truly a magician. He just moved our admin section to the fuel tank while we're planning on building a new fire station headquarters. One of the things Mark told me was, and this is in no way competes with John Mailing's top 10 on social media. I'm a logistics specialist, Chief. I solve problems you don't know you have in ways you can't understand. What do you mean we don't have enough money for for the new fire stations. Go tell the mayor to go buy some more. I'm in logistics, so while it's possible I could be wrong, it is unhighly likely. I'm in logistics, chiefs. I don't believe in miracles. I rely on them. Chief, be nice to me or I'll miss a couple delivery dates. So Mark gets to the office. Usually, he's the only person that beats Robin and I to the office between 6:30 and 7 in the morning. He's one of the hardest working firefighters that we have, and we rely on him heavily and appreciate the great job he does. So please give him a round of applause. Next is the Chief's Award for Personal Courage. This award exemplifies someone with great servant leadership in our organization. It's not given out every year. It is leadership not out of self-promotion, pride, or self-protection fear, but leadership out of dedication to a cause and relationship, and leading at great personal risk and being an advocate for their firefighters in their community. It is truly a transformative leadership award. My dad once told me that you can put your hand in the ocean and remove it, and no one will know that it was ever there. But you can put one drop in the ocean, and the ripple effect will reach all the shores. This year's award for personal courage goes to Bobby Do Better Schlageter.
As many of you know, the job of a firefighter is physically demanding. During last year's 24-week-long Recruit Academy, recruits would report every morning to physical fitness training for 60 minutes prior to the start of their day. The goal of the physical fitness curriculum is important to reduce injury and illnesses that can be associated with the physically demanding tasks a recruit will experience during the academy. Tasked with implementing and tracking the workout program for 19 recruits required significant dedication and effort. The well-rounded program was created, balanced strength training, stretching and recovery days, cardio, and competition-style workouts focused on team building. The program helped reduce injuries and created a physically fit and healthy group of recruits armed with knowledge to maintain this lifestyle throughout their career. The 2018 Safety and Training Award goes to firefighter Andrew Zellers. A peer leader is defined as a firefighter who exemplifies leadership on and off the job, acting in the capacity of a mentor to those around them. As firefighters themselves, peer leaders offer perspectives of the job that is refreshing and unintimidating to fellow firefighters. The Peer Leadership Award is given annually to recognize shift merit firefighters whose effort has gone above and beyond daily standards by demonstrating leadership and promoting and supporting the fire service and by acting as a catalyst to improve his or her shift or department. Tim Bruner is the recipient for the A-Shift Peer Leadership Award due to his unselfish service and the Fishers Fire Department. Tim is continually working on his days off to prepare training sites, move equipment, build props, and complete other logistical tasks so training goes smoothly for our department and others. Tim is often at sites alone and working late into the evening to make sure that shift personnel have the resources they need to be successful in training. He goes out of his way to make sure others on A shift feel appreciated. His care for his fellow firefighters is evident in how he treats others throughout the department. Tim's dedication to the department is a great example for others to follow. This year's recipient of the B Shift Peer Leadership Award is the definition of consistency. Day in and day out, he leads by example. His hard work and dedication show in every aspect of the job. His attention to detail and calm demeanor make him one of the firefighters that the younger members gravitate to. He is a member of the CRT team, a hazmat technician, and is a 15-year diver. In 2006, he took on the added responsibility of becoming a dive instructor, having taught all of our current dive team. Currently, he is an engineer of E392 and a recipient of numerous Meritus Unit commendations. This year, B Shift would like to recognize firefighter and engineer Andy Lucky to the Peer Leadership Award. The C-Shift recipient of the Peer Leadership Award has demonstrated a consistent, comprehensive commitment to the education of all members and not just those on C-Shift. He's known as an experienced and competent firefighter and medic and is also willing to unselfishly share his knowledge with anyone. He fills in as a ride-out officer and EMS duty officer when asked and conducts shift-level EMS and fire trainings on a regular basis. He has served as lead instructor for several EMS courses, including the EMT portion for several recruit classes and currently the first ever advanced EMT course at the Fishers Fire Department. Some words to describe him are dedicated, takes personal ownership, and the made man. In 2018, C-Shift Peer Leadership Award is proudly presented to firefighter and medic Steve Delway. On January 23rd of 2018, Engine 395 and Ladder 392 were dispatched on the report of an animal rescue. Upon arrival to the scene and seeing a person through the ice and in the water, Lieutenant Rich Nyberg upgraded the response to a water rescue incident, dispatching additional resources to the scene. As firefighter Flowers began dressing out in an ice rescue suit, Lieutenant Nyberg and firefighter Sturgeon went to the shore and initiated a rescue with a throw bag. The bag was thrown to the victim in the water, however, the first attempt failed. The victim who was in the water was also holding on to her dog. The victim was able to push the dog on top of the ice shelf and then grasp the rope. The victim was pulled out of the water and onto the ice via the throw bag. The rescue was completed within 5 minutes of Engine 395 arriving on the scene. For their quick actions as a company, Engine 395 C-Shift is awarded the Meritus Unit Commendation. The Jeannie Clark EMS Provider of the Year is awarded to a Fishers firefighter, regardless of rank, who has made exceptional contributions through commitment, professionalism, education, and the dedication to the advancement of the emergency medical service. This year, a firefighter and paramedic from C-Shift is being recognized for his service in advancing EMS service delivery and training. In 2018, Steve Delway was tasked with developing and managing the EMS curriculum for Recruit Class 31. Firefighter and paramedic Delway served as the primary instructor and managed all scheduling and practical testing sessions through the class. Due to Steve's performance and success with the EMS portion of the Recruit Academy, he has been tasked as the lead instructor for the Advanced EMT class and subsequent recruit classes. Steve has also taken on the role of assisting in the development and delivery of EMS education to shift personnel as an EMS deputy officer. Please join me in congratulating firefighter and paramedic Steve Delway as EMS Provider of the Year. This year's Rookie of the Year makes an impression in actions, not so much words. He places a priority on listening and learning and demonstrates a quiet determination to improve every shift. He's already developed a reputation as a competent firefighter and EMT in his short tenure with the Fishers Fire Department, and he seeks out training opportunities such as HOT classes and FDIC, and currently is a student in the Advanced EMT class. He's also paying it forward by mentoring our probationary firefighters and setting a good example for all. These efforts and overall attitude have earned him this award and the respect of his peers. The 2018 Rookie of the Year is firefighter Kirk Globerger. Honesty, integrity, professionalism, accountability, those are the core values of the Fishers Fire Department and the values that this year's Fire Officer of the Year upholds on a daily basis. He sets the standard that not only officers but firefighters should strive to meet. He is the definition of what the Officer of the Year award is all about. Lieutenant Hugo Wands is always leading the way as an officer. He is one of the most respected officers in the department and has always been a strong, natural leader. He and his crew pride themselves in their training and readiness at any run that comes their way. In 2003, Lieutenant Wands became a paramedic and, with those skills, contributed greatly to the EDO and shift training officer position on his days off shift. As an EDO, he delivers EMS training to C-Shift in a clear and concise manner. Lieutenant Wands served as a crucial member of the mayor's leadership panel this year. He helped communicate critical information between the administration and line personnel on a regular basis. Lieutenant Wands balances humor and laughter in the firehouse with the expectation of performance and hard work in the field. This year, Lieutenant Wands took his role a step further by quietly organizing the sponsoring of a family in need. He met with the township people to find an underprivileged family, and his crew wanted to sponsor them for the holidays. With the help of other shifts at Station 392, they provided a Thanksgiving meal for a single mom and her 2 young girls, and then provided a full Christmas for them with gifts and home furnishings. It was a great success and inspired Station 392 to do it again for years to come. Lieutenant Wands is the recipient of 2 EMS Provider of the Year awards, the Chief's Medal of Excellence, and numerous Meritus Unit commendations. In recognition of his many accomplishments, the Fishers Fire Department would like to honor Lieutenant Hugo Wands with a Roy G. Holland Fire Officer of the Year. The Firefighter of the Year is known as being self-motivated, determined, hardworking, a team player, of course, and so much more. With a little over 4 years on the job, this firefighter has put in the work to be better for the department, his peers, and his community himself. This firefighter puts an emphasis on training as evident through his participation in training events both on and off duty. In the last 2 years, he has completed physically and mentally demanding classes such as 5-day Rapid Intervention Team course at the Illinois State Fire Institute and Public Safety Dive School with the Indianapolis Fire Department. In 2017, he was awarded the C-Shift Peer Leadership Award for his consistent demonstration of effort and attitude by his peers. He has increased his presence as a member of the FFD training cadre, serving as a shift training officer for both fire and special operations trainings. As a member of the Indiana Task Force 1, he is in the process of completing the final education and training components to become a rescue specialist. The 2018 Fishers Fire Department Firefighter of the Year goes to firefighter Kyle Stewart. I now ask that our Public Safety Chaplain, Rusty Kennedy, come forward.
Will you pray with me as we close? Father, we ask that you send down your blessings on these servants who so generously devote themselves to helping others, and grant them courage when they're afraid and wisdom when they must make quick decisions. Strengthen them when they're weary, compassion in all their work. And when they face danger, I ask that you just be their stronghold. When they're exhausted, give them your strength. And when they're overwhelmed, may your grace be sufficient. When they're in trouble, be their ever-present help. Lord, thank you for these firefighters. And I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you all for attending today's ceremony. I know there was a lot of work put into it, and it was quite the year in 2018. Fisher's fire photographer, Dave Cohen, will be available immediately following the ceremony at the backdrop to take pictures. So please feel free to come up for pictures with your fellow firefighters or family. Light refreshments are available in the lobby. And as a reminder for those attending the Fisher's Fire Foundation event this evening, it's at the local 4416 Union Hall. Doors open at 6 p.m. Thank you all for coming. Yeah, thank you.